everybody, welcome back to Beaverbrook. I'm just trying to get the camera into an acceptable sort of position here. So yeah, welcome back to Beaverbrook. If you've just been watching the Friday debrief, then you'll know I promised to get on the layout. Sorry, I'm just pushing buttons on the power cab. Let's have a look, see what's coming today. So last week we did a bit of switching, didn't we, and found we ended up with too many cars on the layout, and so hopefully to address that, we did there's only 2 cars arriving at least anyway, so it sounds like we've got the SDL39. So let's see. Sorry, messing around with buttons. I love this loco. It's probably, I think it's the only, oh no, I say only, I've got 2 locos that I bought out of the box, just weathered. Obviously this is a scale trains model that I've distressed. And the prototypes really were tiny, smaller than a GP15, shorter than a Jeep 9, rides on these little tiny export Coco trucks, very, very cute looking. I think the Scale Trains model really captures that. So not much chat this evening because we've done all that already. So if you enjoyed last week's Friday debrief, then you need to go and have a look for tonight's earlier YouTube live. I'm just messing around playing trains right now. So pulling the 2 empties from the mill last week, the pool car wasn't empty, so it had been left behind, along with the PCSX brown one. Both empty now, so they're being swapped out for a load in the Saskatchewan car. So the one thing I don't like about the sound on this out of the box as it is with the Scale Trains SDL39 is the way it loads. I mean, I know I can mess around with it. I'm just a bit too lazy. I like things working well out of the box. I probably need to tinker with some of the settings for the way it notches, because you know, there's no notching when you first move off into it speed step 8, by which stage you're quite motoring really. But it has got that 645 turbo noise. Very, very evocative. Now, I do love the light package on this. It was the first model I had that had working engineer lights. And then I did build a CP GP20C from a kit and added them on that as a result, which I was always very proud of. That model didn't have a home here long term. It sold on to someone in California, I think. So there's no traffic for Atlantic Transload today. So it's just a case of switching this car out, going dropping off this load down at the mill. And you got a bit of an elevated view today. I've popped the camera in the tripod rather than the little mount I usually use that places like sits directly on the layout. If you want a more realistic take on operation on Beaverbrook, there's plenty of videos on the channel already where I've actually filmed the sort of more lifelike operating sessions if you're a rail fan, which is how I view the layout really. I walk around and crouch down at eye level and enjoy watching trains. In some ways I'd probably be happy if the layout operated itself sometimes and I could just watch. So that's the crew finished. Just to couple back up to these cars, take them back down the yard, and then I can go get a nice cold beer, settle down and watch Have I Got News For You, hopefully. It is a very tactile layout. Turnouts are thrown by hand. Polarity is by frog juices. Uncoupling is by hand. The least tactile item actually is the power cab. I do think about maybe switching it to another system, but it was just a very good entry level sort of setup for the price, I thought, when I did some digging around. So there we go, short but sweet. Hopefully you've enjoyed it this evening, and have a good weekend wherever you are. See you all again soon. Take care of yourselves.